felt was kind of a misnomer rather, in the sense that it, as we know, it extends from North Palm Beach all the way down to Ocean Ridge, and actually the watershed from Palm Beach Gardens down to Boca Raton. So hopefully we have folks from all over the area here today to learn more about the Lake Worth Lagoon and all the progress that we've been making to restore the ecology on the lagoon. And as most of you know, much work has been done over the last 16 years to benefit the habitat, the water quality, increase public awareness of its valuable resources. $76 million for some 44 projects, including stormwater treatment, 260 acres of restoration, and creating living shorelines. But more needs to be done. Everyone understands by now, I hope, in this county, the ecological value of the lagoon. And we can't do it alone. We have many partners who are working together to improve all these aspects of the water quality, the habitat, preventing pollution, and involving the community in taking care of the lagoon. And we'll hear a lot more about all of those efforts today. But the lagoon has other values that are connected with the ecological value of the lagoon, primarily its economic value to the county. It's important to the success of our county and all of those cities that I mentioned, and really all of the cities within the entirety of Palm Beach County, even the inland areas, and I'll tell you why. People, of course, value water views and locations close to water, waterfront, and so the property values along these areas increases and produces the revenues that we in government use to pay for firefighters, police officers, teachers, and all of the services that everyone in the county uses. Many municipalities along the way that I mentioned have invested in the development of their public waterfronts, creating pedestrian access to the lagoon's shoreline and commercial and recreational boater access to shops and restaurants along the way, and that just enhances everyone's quality of life. There are also, as we know, many privately owned water-related businesses. Some of you are here this morning that sell goods or services related to lagoon activities, recreational swimming, diving, snorkeling, boating, fishing, and wildlife viewing. These businesses and industries are very important to our economy and to the tourism and to the Lake Worth Lagoon. And that brings us to tourism. It also supports our ecotourism effort here in Palm Beach County that we're trying to expand through our Tourist Development Council. That's why people come here to spend money on hotels, food, and certainly we want to, even though we're trying to clean up the Lake Worth Lagoon, I still feel we ought to keep alive the legend of the muck monster, because that attracts folks. And to that end, I've been provided this morning with a bag of the muck. And I'm going to pass it around.
I was the guy that started that. Did you know that?
There you go. See what it's all about here for us today. So shortly we'll hear from the many partners who've been working to increase the lagoon's value in all these aspects over the last 5 years and chart the course for the next 5 years of our efforts to enhance the Lake Worth Lagoon. So again, welcome. Thank you all for being here. We'll start our presentations this morning first by recognizing members of our legislative delegation who are here. I think I've only seen a couple, and I'm going to call actually on them to come up. We do have, so at this time, why don't I introduce Representative Rooney, Pat Rooney.
Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate that. I do have just a couple comments. It's always good to be back here at Palm Beach Atlantic with a fellow Philadelphian, Bill Fleming, who's president, and another one over here, that's true. I got a couple prepared remarks because it's always better for me if I'm on script rather than just talking off the top of my head. The Lake Worth Lagoon Initiative is one of the largest partnerships in Palm Beach County in terms of habitat and water quality restoration. What started in 1998 has resulted in the construction of 44 projects totaling $76 million, $16.7 million of which has come from state grants. I am proud to help continue with the partnership with Governor Willing, $475,000 appropriated by the legislature this year towards 3 more projects and additional monitoring funds. Obviously, it is not something that I was able to do alone, as it took a lot of work from members of our delegation. So a tremendous amount of gratitude should be extended toward Representative Mark Pafford, who serves on the Ag and Natural Resources Appropriations Committee, Representative Bill Hager, Senator Jeff Clements, and to Senator Joe Negron, Chair of the Senate Appropriations Committee, who's taken a very strong interest in supporting this and other important water projects for Palm Beach County. I'd also like to mention the help of my friend Representative Ben Albritton, Chair of the House Ag and Natural Resource Appropriations, who I spent many hours talking to about the Lake Worth Lagoon and other local projects. This is the first time the legislature has allocated funding for the lagoon since 2008. It's amazing how much easier it is to make things happen in Tallahassee when there's a little bit more money to spend. We hope that as our economy continues to improve, that the legislature continues to understand the importance of water resource investment, and more projects will have the opportunity to be funded in the lagoon. And again, thank you again for allowing me to speak and to be here, and I appreciate the opportunity and look forward to a great session this morning, and especially to hear from Representative Pafford with his remarks. Thank you again, I appreciate it.
Thank you, Representative Rooney, and yes, we'll hear from our other esteemed member of the legislature a little later on. I do want to recognize my colleagues from the Board of County Commissioners. We have with us Commissioner Valashay. I think Vice Mayor Taylor is on the way, and I'd also like to introduce Commissioner Burdick and ask her to come forward to give us a few remarks about the Lake Worth Lagoon Initiative. What?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and good morning, everybody. It's a gorgeous day here in Palm Beach County. As Mayor Abrams said, this is the 4th Lake Worth Lagoon Symposium, but this is in fact the very first Lake Worth Lagoon's first symposium. And since its inception in 2009 as an informal forum to meet together to talk about and ways in which we can better coordinate, and also the collective commitment that's necessary to restore the Lake Worth Lagoon. Today's symposium will highlight all of the successes over the many years, but also look at and plan the next 5 years of the Lake Worth Lagoon Initiative. And the initiative is led by a steering committee and 3 work groups. And of those work groups, we have many, many dedicated partners, including government agencies, researchers, environmental consultants, nonprofit organizations, private businesses, and hundreds of very dedicated volunteers. It's been my pleasure to serve on the Lake Worth Lagoon Initiative for the past 2 years, and at this time, I'd like to introduce the members of the steering committee. And with us this morning, we have from the Florida Department of Environmental Protections, Jennifer Smith. Jennifer, would you stand? Thank you. Way back in the back of the room. And we have from the South Florida Water Management District Governing Board member, Tim Sargent. Thank you, Tim. And from the Florida Inland Navigation District, we have the newly appointed Commissioner, Charlie Ismiger, could not be with us this morning, but we have Janet Zimmerman. Janet, would you stand? Thank you for being here, Janet. And then from the Palm Beach County League of Cities is represented by Dawn Pardo, Chair of the City, Chair Pro Tem, the City of Riviera Beach. And we also have here today the alternate for the League of Cities, Robert Geslia. Thank you for being with us, Robert. And all of the steering committee members invite you to ask us any particular questions, or go to the Lake Worth Lagoon website, which is www.lwli.org, and to see the fantastic website that they have and all of the outreach materials that are included in it. And it's one of the things a lot of people don't know and understand the Lake Worth Lagoon. So you can direct them to that website to see all